Hi everyone, welcome to some three-man meta bullshit. My name's Leighton, got Danny, and we've got the +1 modifier here, Steve, because James has gone back to live with his mum and dad because he's a lousy student. So we've just come back from the Alpha Games Store Championship. We've not even come back, we're now driving back from it. We were successful again in making the top cut.
All three of us?
All three of us did.
No lockout though, because Simon had to go to the Peak District.
Yeah, so we couldn't just like take all 4 prizes that we did last time and just leave. We had to actually play our games, and one of us reigned supreme. It's our boy Steve. He made it. A very tough final, but he made it. So Steve, why don't you tell the lovely people at home what deck you played?
Okay, I played a 1 dice Snoke, 1 dice Afra, and a 1 dice Sienna, and the deck was with Afra's droid mates and a few vehicles thrown in and mitigation, which caused direct damage or indirect damage to myself, which meant I drew more cards, played more vehicles. Snoke's ability to hopefully make some money off Afra and Sienna by pimping them out, and all went well.
It was a very horrible deck. I played against Steve in, was it round
4?
Round 4 and the semi-final.
So I mean, Alpha Games is a great shop. We've been there for their regionals before. I'm the current regional champion. I've also got to make sure I get that in there.
Only title.
But for some, is it left there, Steve?
Right.
All right. So for some reason, they decided they wanted to do 5 rounds of Swiss with a top cut with 14 or 16 people. 14 people. So even though we, had a clear winner at the end, because in round 4, me and Steve were both X and O, and we faced against each other, and Steve beat me. So even though Steve had legitimately won, he still had to go. He had to win again. He had to go through a top. He had to then play another round where he played against Danny, didn't he? And then did he lose that against Danny?
I did beat the almost undefeated Steve of the tournament.
Yeah, to go into the cut. And then, so it was like a formality, wasn't it? Because they had all top 4 of us were all played each other, and then played each other again. I don't think if it would have actually affected the top 4 standings in any way, shape, or form, wouldn't it?
No, just maybe the pairings. I don't know if you randomised or.
Where are we going, Steve?
Right.
So yeah, I guess it was they wanted the people who paid
Didn't make
the cut to have play more games. So because it was what, $12.50 for a ticket.
Yeah.
So I guess they want people to get their money's worth.
But then there's nothing stopping them just playing some more games of Destiny after the tournament, right? And it's the same.
Yeah.
That's the logic I've always thought, because the extra rounds won't ever really affect it.
No.
It's such a low number of players, right?
Yeah. So because I played against the guy who came second in that 5th round, that pointless 5th round. And
which you got a bit salty about.
Well, because who likes playing against Mill, right? Certainly not me.
Or me. He beat me in the top 4. I had a little bit of a misplay round 2, but round 3, that first round, holy shit!
I like the fact that Simon's rage got turned from, instead of it being directed at Steve, it got directed at you that time.
Yeah.
Oh.
It is what it is. We got the buy, and that's the only reason we all went, right? For one of us to get the buys.
Yeah.
We've all won the prizes at Cambridge when we locked it out. So
Our mission is just to basically just to get to the cut, get the buy. We're just more mats for us to have. No doubt to sell them or do a giveaway. I might. Well, I want to do a trade because I sold all my Phasma mats and I realised I want one back for the collection. So if anyone's got a Phasma mat and they want them on the new Store Champs mats, we can do a swap.
I could give away mine. That would be nice.
You could be nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I do drive you places and take you home and whatnot.
Yeah.
This is what people who haven't tuned into this video to hear us bicker. They want to hear about our matches. So, Danny, why don't you tell people what you played and your games?
So I was playing the ever popular Elite Ray, new Ray 2, and Luke 3.
And obviously, just interrupt him if there's any directions I need to take.
Okay.
Yeah. I call it stair lift because Luke is old and it still stares at heart. And first round I play against Kylo Snoke, so I was feeling good. It was against a chap called Rob, who I beat in the regional season, for the regional that I won. And he absolutely obliterated me. It felt real bad. Next game.
Yeah.
was against another local chap who was also playing Kylo Snoke, which felt like shit again. I thought, well, like when I got there, they were all talking about how much Snoke and how much Kylo was kicking around, and I was like, probably called the meta wrong here, but I just really wanted to play Luke Rey, so I had an alright starting hand, but ended up just getting a dagger of Mortis on Rey, rolling Rey out, and she hit 2-2-2. I was like, yeah, this is going somewhere. Roll out Luke, and he hits 2 shields, 10 damage into, well, I needed 8 damage into Kylo to kill him for a Force Illusion, 2 damage into Snoke, and then from there just won the game. And that was happened round 2. So
and your first round opponent that lost as well, didn't they? They binned out.
Yeah, so Rob...
he didn't win another game.
Side comment on Rob. After he's beaten me, I was like, you better win some games, my strength schedule is garbage. And he loses all of his games, but round 5 against someone who's only been playing the game about 4 weeks. So that felt, my strength schedule was garbage. Yeah, so then third game was against... I got really excited because it wasn't...
Didn't you play against the guy who's playing Elite Obi-Wan Kenobi with Awakening's Rey?
So I played against Elite Obi, Elite Single Die Rey.
Awakening's
Regional Rey.
Yeah, who again wasn't a experienced player, and I think I got the pair down for that one. So I was at this point 1-1, and he was 2-0, I think. 0-2. Yeah. And his Obi dice just kept rolling 3s. He had one round where he pitched about 4 cards to hit the 2 3s. But every other round he was just like, oh, put a Vibro Knife, roll out 3-3 plus 2. And I was just like, oh, okay. He ends up killing Rey, but after that point I kind of loaded up Luke, and he just saw it through. I killed Rey first to stop any action cheating bullshit that will sneak through, because I played the fairest game of Destiny. Then I had to play the mirror match against another Luke Rey, and I'm playing the spicy tech card of Steadfast, which is willpower but better if there's no cards in your discard pile. When you play the card, you can move 2 damage from one of your characters to your opponent's character, or if there is, then it only moves 1 damage. So I managed to draw that turn 1, he won the shields, did 3 damage to my Rey, so then I moved 2 damage onto his Luke. We end up killing each other's Lukes in the same round, but my Rey just would not stop rolling like 7 damage on every activation. So I managed to just to beat down his Rey through shields to take the win. So that puts me on 3-1 with the worst strength of schedule possible, because I lost my first game, my opponent didn't win anything. But then the 5th round, the pointless round I guess, but it made me play Steve, so the person who was X and O. But obviously
dominating the field, Steve. Dominating the field.
And I guess it went to me because he had already played the people in 2nd, 3rd and 4th or whatever, so I ended up absolutely smashing him though. It didn't kill either one of my characters. His deck's shit. Leighton was actually moaning to me the round before that this deck's unbeatable, man.
Not it is unbeatable, that is very difficult to beat.
Very difficult to beat. And I mean, you didn't play any vehicles in our game, did you, Steve?
No,
like
I didn't get any vehicles, I didn't.
So in the best of one, I just got the lucky rolls, because I've got very little discard, so it's not like I really have a plan to... It's not, I don't have any disrupt or discard other than Rey.
It's also more difficult for a villain to beat, because you don't generate as many shields as a hero does.
Yeah.
To soak up the indirects.
Yeah, so it's just a lot of like... Steve's deck obviously just piles on indirect, so as you can build your shields up, you just constantly just keep ripping them off, and you just casually just keep flipping the damage to pit both your guys on as even health as possible.
It's like it's the death of 1,000 little pokes.
Yeah, it's like a new Qui-Gon, right?
Yeah, and then apart from when your big boy droids just smack you with 3s, or you do a power action on a 2 indirect on Ephra and you hit him with 4 indirect, you're like, oh.
Yeah. So then, so I played Steve in the round 5. Leighton played, I've forgotten his name. Anyone remember his name? Matt. His name's now Matt. And Leighton had to play Matt, who was playing Hero Meal, was playing Anakin, Cassian, Elite Yoda.
So yellow Anakin, baby Anakin.
Yeah, baby Annie.
Slave Annie.
Leighton lost that due to like 2 damage or something.
One damage.
One damage. So I beat Steve. So when we went into the top 4, I played Matt, Leighton played Steve. My first game, ran away with it pretty much. It was a little bit close, but he just couldn't get the last kind of 3 cards out of my hand because he didn't have any wing guards. He didn't get the pod racer down, and I killed Cassian, Anakin, and then finished Yoda. Managed to discard a second chance with a random ray pull as well, so that was pretty good. Round 2, I managed to equip to High Heaven, get 6 upgrades out. When Simon's watching this, he's going to be yelling at me that I misplayed about re-rolling my dice, and I was trying to do cute things with Atari Strike and stuff, and I should have just re-rolled into damage, tried to push it that way.
Didn't you claim the resource on your dagger of Mortis?
Yeah, so I claimed the resource so that I could play Atari Strike to kill Cassian, but then he gets a shield from Yoda and puts it on Cassian, so that no longer worked. So I was just trying to re-roll a single dice to try and get 1 damage, that would have killed him, but didn't. And I also used a ray die to discard a random card, which had no real impact, so I should have...
Didn't you get rid of that, like the top 4 cards of your deck card? That one was no strength and weakness, and that what you milled when you had like no deck left?
Yeah, I think so. So I should have just kept those 2 dice so I could have re-rolled them along with the one I was re-rolling to try and hit the damage to get the kill. I did have I think it was that game where we had to do a rules question where I just asked the question, can you resolve your damage dice against your own characters? Which, of course you can. Leighton said no, the guy I was playing I said no, but national fucking champion, man. Get that in there. Because I wanted to deal damage to Luke so that I could use Steadfast to ping a damage, so I could move a damage from Luke onto Cassian to kill him through a shield, and to kill him through a shield. But he manages to, he just resolves a discard, had 2 cards in hand, and he pulls it from me. So that was a lost damage. But I did manage to Steadfast it later on in the game. So I lose the second round. Round 3, I roll out Luke, hit 2 double shields, which get easy pickings, which is fine, it happens. I play Ancient on Ray, roll her out, and hit 3 blanks. My hand is a Shoto, a second Ancient, a Ray Saber, and a bit of removal.
Is that when you lost your 2 Shotos in the first
and then he plays the pod racer. So I just claim, because I'm not gonna re-roll like 2 Ray dice and an Ancient dice, because I had loads of weapons and I didn't want to discard my weapons because there's only 8 weapons in my deck. So I just claim. I'm thinking, well, I'm going to lose some cards here, but it won't be too bad. He plays Anakin's Pod Racer, which is a card from hand and a card from deck. So card from deck, top of the deck is Shoto, and the card from hand he pulls is Shoto. So I lose both my Shotos round 1. That was bad. He then plucks another card with Cassian, I think, which pulls my second Ancient. So I lost 3 weapons round 1, and then he mills like 2 more cards off my deck and takes some removal. Some crap that I'm not that worried about. And then moving into the later stages, I just end up playing a lightsaber pull for an Ursula Saber, and then don't manage to play any other weapons the rest of the game. And he's just constantly, because I lost my Shotos, all of his shields were just there all the time, and his Force Illusions, and managed to kill Anakin eventually, but I was just having to switch targets so many times through just rolling like low, high modified size, 1 base, and he had Force Illusion. I'm like, well, I'll just try and kill this guy now. And I just scrub out basically. Felt bad. But top 4.
Steve, what about some spicy plays you had? Some more about this, more about the final, because the mill deck was obviously, well, because it was a very hard deck to beat. It was the only mill deck that was there today, wasn't it? It was the Snoke Kylo.
It was the Snoke Kylo or the Hero Blue.
There was 3, so decks that were there from what I can remember. There was 3 Luke 3 Ray 2s.
Yeah.
There was at least 2, possibly 3 Kylo Snokes.
Yeah.
So there was a spicy Kanan Jarrus turret.
Yeah, I played that red one.
There was a Obi-Wan 2 Ray 1.
Yeah. There's an Obi-Wan Yoda as well, wasn't there?
Yeah, Obi-Wan. Yeah, was it an Elite Obi-Wan single die Yoda?
And a Snoke with 2 Magna Guards.
And a Snoke with 2 Magna Guards. And I was playing Kylo Price. Was my deck of choice.
So it's a good kind of mix if you're into mono blue.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw all the decks playing, I felt really confident. Like so many mono blue. Oh, there was also a Kylo Anakin. I played a Kylo Anakin first round, so I thought this is really good. I should be able to get 2 damage off quite a lot here. And that's where obviously I went Exer at the start, beat Kylo Anakin, beat the Obi-Wan Rey, and then the third game I played against Kylo Snoke. So just felt very confident with Kylo, just hitting the 2 damage against these mono decks. All 3 were mono decks, so Kylo was always hitting the 2s, and then using Bryce to. I think I had my battlefield on 1, obviously playing Throw Room on one of the games, as against the Obi. Against the easiest matchup, I guess, the Obi Rey matchup.
How many claims into Price into 3 damage did you get?
0. I claimed to turn a crossguard saber into a special when he had 1 shield to do 3 damage.
Okay.
But I normally just got my price dice were rolled in specials quite a lot. I had one game, I said to you, I was like, right, I had the battlefield, I rolled out Price first, hit double special. I'm like, sweet, here we go. This is against the match against the Kylo Snoke, and his Kylo had 6 health left. No, not 6, 8 health left. So if all I've got to do is activate Kylo, I'm going to get blue, knock him down to 6, then just got to roll out Kylo. Don't care what he rolls, just do double claim on the specials, turn him to the 2/2s and hit him for the 6 to win the game. So I then rolled out my Kylo and hit both the 2s. So I hit both the 2s already. So and had no money to turn them into the base sides. So I was like, well, I'm just going to resolve this as 4. And then obviously I hope he doesn't remove one of the other damage dice, and then just change I think I just changed the ancient to the 1 base to get the 2 damage. So it's still good. It's still happy that I got that, but just I want to do it with Price shenanigans.
So you can price the other price dice, right, for 3.
Yeah, but I didn't need to do 2 damage. Yeah. So yeah. But we don't really want to hear about me. We want to hear Steve, and Steve's straight over here, Steve. Yeah. And we want to hear about let's follow the signs to Yarmouth. We want to hear about Steve and his matchups and the sort of cards that he played in, and what cards were strong, and the strategy.
Game card of the day, Steve.
Card of the day was probably the Hailfire Droid tank.
Yeah,
it did some serious work, especially in the final.
When you remember to do your indirect when you play it as well.
Yes.
So the first thing Steve did in the first game of the final was he had his battlefield, which is the Weapons Factory Alpha, played reprogramming, is it?
Yeah.
Reprogramming to reduce the droid by 1. He reducing support from his battlefield, and then reducing another droid by 1 from Afra, paying it for 1. So like, here we go. He's got the dream. He's got the Hellfire tank help first. Forgets to do the indirect damage. Simon just stands up,
leaves the room.
Yeah, stands up and just leaves. He can't handle it.
It was much better when he'd gone, actually, as he was putting me off a bit, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve's Si's always that's why
hypercritical of Simon's always very hypercritical of Steve in his plays.
Yeah.
We were nice. We all left. We sat in the other room and just chatted about Star Wars while Steve.
Yeah. Let's let them. Here we go, boys, and back in Norfolk.
Yeah.
Across the county lines.
Okay. So, shall I go through my matches?
Yeah.
What I can remember?
What you can remember.
I haven't got as good a memory as Danny about all
you gotta remember
internal plays. Well, I didn't know I had to talk about it later. So. But round 1, I played a guy called John. I think it's John. He's playing the Chirrut with Kanan, which is called
so you got
Buddies or something.
Yeah, you got to buy round 1 then.
Yeah, basically. But I had a great start. First hand was the 2 droids, the 2 Afra droids, and a reprogram, and an Archangel. Won the roll off, got the battlefield, played the first droid for nothing, put down the second droid, and activated Sienna, hit the resource, power actioned the resource, played the Archangel for 1, and went off from there.
That's the dream.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Rolled out. Every time you rolled out damage, it just seemed to get mitigated, and also then indirect damage to myself was flung back at him, and they soon went down. I think you managed to get out 1 upgrade.
Because you play quite a lot of removal in that deck, don't you? And a lot of ways to just distribute the damage you've taken amongst your characters again, and then
Yeah, it's got like by any means, which is remove a dice 2 or more and deal an indirect to yourself. As long as you've got 000 out, that then deals an indirect back to the other person.
and you draw a card off
Draw a
your
card from Afra. It's got the under attack, which is the grey card. You remove multiple dice to deal that much indirect to yourself, and crash landing, which removes a single.
and then you got your bubble shield as
Bubble
well.
shield to prevent the damage that you're dealing to yourself, and dangerous manoeuvres, which move damage off your characters onto the bubble shield.
And then the
Invigorate.
the big card.
Which did some good work against you.
So a lot of people might be like, what the fuck is Invigorate?
Yeah.
Blue event, cost 1. Is it like heal
Spot
1,
blue.
spot blue, heal 1 damage of all your characters?
Neutral, and it's in the Luke style deck.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because like I really had no idea about what that card was. I literally bought the Luke
people
Star.
did today. I think some of them didn't even have a Luke Star deck. So.
Is it a Luke Star exclusive card, or is it?
Yes.
It
It's
is.
a grey icon,
Ah.
which means it's Star exclusive, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it's probably only good in that deck.
Yeah.
Like, a blue deck that has at least 3 characters. But
Where
Yeah.
the damage is splashed.
where you're indirecting yourself, so you can spread it around so that you can heal that 3 damage for 1.
Because you're not going to put it in like the drive-by shooting deck, are you? Because they're going to focus down one character.
Yeah.
So you're not dealing the indirect to yourself to spread it out. So you're hoping that your opponent has the indirect so that you can then spread it out.
Yeah.
Good.
So we found a good deck for it last day.
Yeah. And that was only me that was after we did some testing on Wednesday. You were like, what cards did you put in? And I was just scrolling through SWDB and was like, this seems good. Try it.
Yeah. So
And all those little plonks, and like once you get one, when you're against a 2-character lineup, like when you played against me, and like when I got price dead, I think I had my price on 9, didn't I? And then I did a best defense to kill my price to get rid of 2 of your big damages.
yeah.
But then you're just constantly just doing these little like pokes and pokes and pokes.
Yeah.
Because I had 2 force solutions on Kylo, didn't I? And I was like,
Not even worth doing it. Yeah.
4 solution, 1 indirect.
yeah.
And the second round I played Rob, who played Danny in the first round and beat him.
Yeah.
So Kylo Snoke.
Yeah. He was on a high after beating the national champion.
Yeah. Everyone, it's a privilege to beat me.
No, wait, well, he was on Revenge because of the regional loss, wasn't he? The
Yeah.
regional
So
final
I beat
loss.
him in the regional that I won a couple of months ago.
And that game got off in a similar way. I managed to get out. I think it was a Hellfire droid for turn 1 there. Without my battleground, so it cost me a whole 2 resources rather than the 1.
That's ridiculous.
And that did some work. Got out the suite of droids quite early on, and it was just a case of it was just pinging indirect damage at him, and he couldn't handle it, and soon went down. I don't think he even killed one of my characters in that game. So that proves what a poor player he is. I don't know how he beat you, Danny.
I think that's right. He scooped, didn't he? And I was like, even though you had lethal on board.
Beat me because it was Kylo. Yeah. He didn't play No Mercy, which I don't think is right. He's saying he was playing Close Quarters Assault instead. I think there's something else in that deck you can drop so you can keep
Yeah.
away and still.
Oh, what's this fucking dickhead?
Wow.
Fucking prick.
English drivers, eh?
Round 3 I played Jamie. He's a local guy. He was playing Luke Ray as well. So R2L3, are we going to call it?
Yeah,
Stairlift.
Stairlift. Loads of people call it L2.
Or steps, isn't it? Is that what the hyperloops have been referring to as? Is that what the...
So Stairs was the original Ray.
So it's now called steps.
No, Steps is that bad 80s band, isn't it?
Yeah.
So-
Stairlift is a much better name because Luke's old. He can't get up the stairs anymore.
Well,
Can you put
Stairlift.
dinosaurs
he flips around on a little wooden stick and
but
impales a
that's 'cause he's
fish,
using the and then he dies, right? He dies at the end of that film. Spoilers.
because of he exerted
So he
himself
shouldn't
too
have been
much.
flipping. He shouldn't have been like, I don't know, pole vaulting and all this shit. He should have taken a stair lift to go.
But I always thought about that film. You know when he like jumps over the ravine to stab the fish? Why couldn't he stab the fish from the other side of the ravine that he was on?
It's not as cool. The rule of cool.
Okay, now I played Jamie. He was playing Luke Ray. He rolled very badly, but he'd done probably about 8 or 9 damage across my spread across my characters. I managed to double invigorate and double dangerous manoeuvres to clear all the damage off all the characters in the middle
Get
of the
on
game.
bubble shields.
Get on bubble shields.
Just casually heal 9. like battery getting low, but we're alright. We're good. We're still recording. We're still good.
He rolled really bad, so the indirect damage soon told. He went down, and then 4th round we played each other.
Yeah, that was me in the 4th round, wasn't it? So, did I get a kill on someone? I think I went after
Sienna first, was it?
Yeah, I went after Sienna first because I wanted to stop so much of the resource generation. Because I was more fearful of getting stuff out and then reactivating stuff. So I got to try to get the Sienna first. But I got a bit greedy, didn't I? I left her on. I could have killed her on 3 health, but I knew you had a best defense in your hand, and so I thought you might just like, instead of me smacking a lot of damage into another character, you might best defense, but you didn't do it.
Yeah. and then she got hit a couple of heals. She was back down to 5 health.
Yeah. And so by the time I finally did kill her, it was just like Bryce was dead. I'd already healed with Kylo, and I was just plinked and plonked.
Get greedy.
With low, yeah, that was it. Well, and then obviously when we played each other in the top cut, I got your Afra dead like pretty quickly, didn't I? I just unloaded into her. So Steve had quite marked sleeves. His sleeves are all kind of bent. So what I was doing, I was playing probe, right? And what I was hoping was I'd see an event, get rid of one, or not even, and then get a support, or even just these 2 supports. And I was trying to put to memory the way that sleeve was bent. Remember the colour of it, so when I then activated Kylo, I could then get the right card.
And did it work?
It worked. Well, there's the one time I was like, I got the wrong one tonight. This is the red one, and you flipped over. And it worked one other time, and then the other time you were like, oh, I'm just going to play this one then. And I was like, oh, all right.
That was another hellfire for 2 resources, I think.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
That's so bad. The theme of your deck.
Huh?
That's the theme of your deck. Let's play a hellfire droid.
Really cheaply, yeah.
So I got to get one. So I had the one Dagger and Mortis and the one Electro Staff in my deck. I got to play them both for the first time all day in the semi-final. In the semi-final, and the second in the round, another one. But no, Steve, he quite comfortably beat me 2-0. So that made me bin out.
Classic Leighton.
Well, normally Classic Leighton's losing in the final, but you know, but binning out there.
Right, and then so to the final.
Yeah, to the.
We never thought because it's stressing you out too much.
I came in and nosed in a few times.
Yeah. So all went much better after you cleared off.
Mill versus
Vehicles, which isn't a good matchup for Vehicles.
No.
So they say. Anyway, the first game went really badly.
So they say, he says. I proved them wrong!
The first game went really badly, and I didn't get much out. Well, I got a Hellfire out turn 1. And then it was all downhill from there.
So you Hellfire out, forgot to do your indirect, and then I went downhill.
Forgot to activate it.
Oh yeah, because he even said after, didn't he? Like he paused, waiting for you to do your things.
And when he said, "Oh, I paused," I thought, "What was I meant to do?" Oh yeah. Oh, can we go back though?
Yeah.
No, I didn't even suggest we go back. It's like, oh, onwards, you know. He got game 1. He got his pod racer out. His Anakin's pod racer out turn 1. And that does some serious work with Anakin as well.
He running the 1 copy, wasn't he?
Yeah. That was a change he said he'd make to put another copy of that in. I can see why.
100%.
He got Force Meditation out on Yoda, turn 2. Yoda makes a lot of money. Got, I think, second chance on Cassian, and whatever I was doing, he was just shielding up. Couldn't do enough damage. And I was soon running out of cards. I mean, when he milled me, he probably had 7 or 8 damage spread across his characters.
And you're kind of milling yourself as well with your Afra.
Yeah.
I mean, were you taking your Afra triggers, or were you?
Yeah, I was still. I wasn't tending to mitigate his dice, so I wasn't creating as much indirect damage towards myself. So, and then therefore I wasn't drawing the cards in the first place. So that was a poor loss. Feeling bad. Going into game 2, thinking this is going to be a quick final. At least we get home at a decent time. Yeah. Game 2, played a lot smarter. Got a 0/0 out first turn, which is one of the keys to the deck, I think, to be doing the damage back to the other person. He's still got his Anakin's pod racer out turn 1 again.
Oh god.
1 in 30 chance of drawing it, and he got it both times.
I got both my Hellfires out in that game pretty cheaply. One with a reprogram, and one with money I collected from Afra and Sienna. I think every turn I managed to generate 3 resources from Afra or Sienna with the Snake's power action. And coming into the end of the game, I'd killed Yoda first, and Anakin was near to death. Cassian was still full health with a second chance and a Force illusion on him. I had about 4 cards left in my deck, I think, at this, but I had quite a lot of resources, about 8 resources. So, and 2 Hailfires, an Archangel, both the droids, and I decided to activate everything, and then I reactivated the Hellfire 3 times with them extra money, and
dodging the pace side each time.
Yes.
Of course.
Does it trigger? Does Hellfire do a damage when you activate it, or is it only when
No, it's only when you play it. That would be too good.
Yeah, it would be too good.
And so I managed to get through, kill Anakin off, and then had to go through the second chance and the Force illusion on Cassian. And I had 2 cards left, I think, in my deck and 1 in my hand at the end. So comfortable win against Phil, we'll call it.
Yeah, that's like 3 health. If you still had your deck left, right? If you have deck left when you beat Phil, that's an easy game.
Yeah. And the third game went much sort of the same way as the second, but I was a bit more comfortable in the second game. I still had, I think, 8 cards left at the end, so managed to do the damage, managed to save up my resources, have a big blow-up turn with the Hellfire, activating it 4 extra times, I think, in the last round, just to push the damage through.
So Sienna, good character.
Yes.
What you're saying. Because I guess that is what happens, right? You just start, once you finish playing all your vehicles, you just generate loads of money, and then you can just start
Reactivate them.
Yeah.
Yes, but it doesn't work on BT1 apparently.
No, vehicles only still.
Whoops.
Oops. Genuine mistake, I was honest. Oh no, I hadn't played Sienna to do the activation
Right.
before, so no. So yeah, pulled it out of the
We
bag.
just sat in the other room being like, well, Steve had a good run. I really needed to beat that mill deck, so we could have just hyper scooped the finals and done what we wanted with the buy and all that jazz. But
So have we haven't done a podcast at Cambridge, have we? Did we talk about Cambridge? Did we talk about that as a
Don't think you've
podcast?
done
I
one,
think
no.
we just uploaded a photo.
Oh, okay, so in a brief, just because we've referenced it and you probably have no idea what we're talking about. So we went to, how long ago was it now?
3 weeks.
3 or 4 weeks
Yeah, we
ago,
went to the Cambridge store champs. There's me, Danny, Steve and Simon. Again, no James, rip. And
James here.
yeah. And how many people were there? Was it? That was
There's 16.
There's a 16.
There's
Oh, there's a
One guy couldn't play.
There's a 17th, and the guy was like, "Nah, you can't play, mate."
Yeah, we don't want to make it too complicated.
Yeah, we did,
So savage.
yeah, that was brutal. So we did 16, and one guy had to just sit on the carpet, and we all made the top cut. And we didn't want to play our top cut games. We were like, because the tournament didn't start until 7 p.m.
Yeah.
and it's like a good hour and a half drive for us. I mean, like, that's long for England to drive anywhere.
Yeah.
You know.
So it's like what, 11:30 or something, or maybe like 11 o'clock.
Yeah, we didn't want to be. We didn't get home until 1:30 anyway, but we didn't want to be any later than that.
And I had to play a tiebreaker to see who got into the top 4 because we were
Yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
weren't going off strength of schedule for some reason.
Because it was
Against Henry.
He was using challenge, wasn't he, as the
Yeah, but
soft
it
one?
still has time. Like, the guy's just an idiot.
Oh,
Which one?
The TO.
The TO, okay.
Was, challenge has extended strength of schedule, but they just didn't use that for the tiebreak.
so yeah, you had to play like a random other game just to see if you got through.
Yeah.
So did I was playing Yoda vehicles and that. Did I lose any of my games? Did I go EXO?
I beat you.
You beat me on round
Yes.
the
4, 5,
last one, maybe? I don't know.
That was
3 or 4.
the lack of easy pickings of all dice.
Oh, that's right. You kept
Yeah,
rolling. You kept
1, 2, 3.
You kept rolling in like Ray with an
So
upgrade.
this is Freeway of the Force. This was all legacies.
And just hitting 1, 2, 3 every time. Yeah, that felt good. But we made it to the cut. So yeah, we just wanted to just go home and just divvy out, like, you know, we just say Steve drove, so Steve got the bye, and then I joked and said, "Oh, I'm going to come second, so I'll just take the second place Ahsoka."
Yeah.
And then we said, "Danny, you can't have the first place Ahsoka, you'll just sell it."
Yeah. So I got the TO Ahsoka, which is nice of them to give that out.
Yeah, and
Maybe by mistake, who knows?
but what we did was we played the first game out because he really insisted, didn't he? Really insisted we had to do it. So I played against Danny again, and again he rolls out 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, we did best of 1. I just smashed him 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and then while the guy was off, I said, "Quick, let's just swap seats."
Yeah.
And by the time he gets back, we can say, "Yeah, we played the final as well."
Steve had me. It was a good one.
So we did that, and then he came back, and we're like, "Yeah, we've done it." And he divvied out the prizes, and then there weren't no extra prize, but like boosters.
I've got some boosters. Yeah, me and Simon got
a dice folder.
Got some legacy boosters. I got the Grand Moff from one of my packs. And
Yeah, good stuff. And like today we got extra boosters, didn't we? We each got, you got a Sabine, and I got a Seventh Sister, and then bought 2 random packs from Way the Force and got a DJ.
So everyone, do you like it when stores give out some packs?
Yeah. So far, mission's going successful. We've got 2 buys amongst the 4 of us.
Yeah. 2 more store champs to go. One next
I've got
weekend.
2 buys.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I see how it is, Steve.
does he though? Do we ever buy?
Well, I've definitely got at least 1 because it's got my name on it, but I think the other one is still blank, wasn't it?
It is.
Yeah. So just remember, boys, I've got a national buy going spare because I'm not going.
Has it got your name on it?
Yeah, well, we can always just give it out, rubbing alcohol, and probably shouldn't put this on the video.
Rubbing alcohol, let's fix it all, guys. We're fixing it all.
Well,
I, however, have a nationals buy that I'm using next week.
Oh yeah, because you're national, the La national champ.
Regional.
Do you have to because you won the previous nationals? Do you have to pay entry for the new nationals?
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, it's not like the World Cup.
And the old the host and
but that doesn't happen anymore now, anyway.
I'm going to insist that I present the trophy to the new national champion because I'm not going to win it twice in a row, right?
Because there's no broken combo.
Yeah. Well, they've still got another like 2 weeks to release a random box.
Thanks for that trophy then, Danny.
Yeah.
Oh, Steve's confident. Steve's confident. He think he might have cracked the meta with this deck.
I mean, I'll still have the original. I'll be the original 2017 national champion, right? You can't take that away. I'm also going to do the Spanish nationals and the French nationals.
So you and Miguel in the final, yeah?
Yeah, me and Miguel. We've already spoken. I need to scoop to him in the final.
This road's terrible. I'm gonna go this way.
So I'm going out there a few days earlier. Me and Miguel are just going to get on it. Drink
sangria. Is that Spanish?
And San Miguel.
What time does the tournament start? Is there going to be like a siesta halfway through?
I guess so. As is tradition, right? That's what you kept doing at Worlds, right? You get to like 2 o'clock and it's like, I'm going to go on nap. And then you come back at like 5 o'clock, like buzzing.
So yeah, that's it. It was a good little tournament. Alpha Games again, put on a good show, but again, as I was saying, I fucking hate this whole relaxed format. We can do what we want. Like they write a document telling you how to do things. Just relaxed tournaments can be where you just do a meetup or
Q-kits.
I'm still a bit iffy about Q-kit being a relax because we've gone to Q-kits before when there's been quite a few players. You know what I mean? So I just think just have an established tournament format and stick to it.
Like a point system that you can use to get into Worlds, maybe.
Yeah, instead of having this Mavericks coming up with like
hashtag Rally 8. Never forget. But I guess we'll do another car chat on the way back from wherever it is, Lincoln next weekend.
Yeah, I'm working next week. I will,
right,
but it's on Sunday, right?
Yeah.
I finish work at midday, so the only way I'll be able to come is if I can get one of my colleagues to come in early. But then, what time does the tournament start?
Like early.
So
we're leaving extra early.
You're leaving Norwich at like what, 7?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the earliest I'd get out of work is 9. So.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
So rip me.
Rip you.
No.
I guess we'll use my phone to record that one.
Yeah. Well, anyway, hope you guys enjoy this little card chat. Obviously, shout out to Hyperloops
for stealing their idea.
Stealing their idea, and also shitting on their deck names.
Yeah.
Also, Jay, I don't know if you can see it. I tried to wear the t-shirt. I tried to bring it home for you, Jay and Chris. I tried to bring it home.
But no, the 3-man meta modifier brings it home.
Yeah.
For the best European podcast.
That doesn't really do much anymore.
Yeah. Also check out Your Destiny. They're all right.
Yeah, because Danny's writing articles for the enemy now.
Yeah. There's a really good Luke Ray article that went out, and people were just moaning about guard. I think.
Do I want to go off on this next one?
No.
The one I want to go off.
Yeah.
It's up This one is this one. Yeah, I thought
We're
so.
going around a roundabout, by the way, America. Google an image. You'll see why confusion.
Yeah.
What do they call them in America then?
They don't
have them.
They're four-way stops, don't they?
Yeah, it's all black.
Just imagine a four-way stop on that. That'd be a fucking nightmare.
It'd be horrendous. Well, they just have a straight road, wouldn't they? We'd be up on a highway right now, 7 lanes,
Oh yeah.
in a Canyonero.
Spaghetti junction sort of like thing.
Right.
Oh well, that's enough from us. Thanks so much for checking this out. And I know where I am.
Oh,
Bye.
bye.